Alabama has so many professionals in the NFL at so many positions, but over the last few years, they have established a monopoly on the offensive tackle position. Landon Dickerson, Evan Neal, Alex Leatherwood, Jedrick Wills, Cam Robinson, Jonah Williams, the list goes on. All players who played at Alabama who have gone on to be starting offensive tackles in the NFL. While not all of them have panned out, they have a monopoly on the offensive tackle position, and this year they have yet another guy who has caught the attention of a lot of people in NFL draft circles, and that is right tackle Latham. An absolute mountain of a man who has quite a bit of upside, but also has some glaring concerns as well. Where does he ultimately get taken in the 2024 NFL Draft? But hey guys, if you guys are new to the channel, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. Leave a comment and let me know who you want to see next, and without further ado, let's get into it. Latham had a really solid season in 2022. In 517 pass block snaps for the Tide, he allowed 11 hurries, 1 hit, and 0 sacks. He had a very nice season, and he looked like he may contend for the top tackle spot in the 2024 class. Unfortunately, his 2023 season was not as productive, as he allowed 9 hurries, 3 hits, and 2 sacks on 443 pass block snaps. In the college football playoff game against Michigan, he really struggled in that one, and it has caused people to wonder how much it will hurt his draft stock, if it hurts it at all. Latham has absolutely phenomenal size. He is 6'6", 335 pounds, and is absolutely massive at the right tackle position. He is strong, and he actually has pretty solid athleticism for his size. In terms of just his size, Latham may have the most impressive frame of any of the tackles in the entire class. As a pass blocker, Latham shows some really good upside. He has excellent hand placement, getting his hands on the outside shoulders of the defenders, and he has a really strong anchor. He moves his feet well, and he is really hard to move against. He has phenomenal body strength in both his upper and his lower body, and he is very hard to overpower and get him off balance. He has a ton of tools as a pass blocker that are extremely enticing that I think a lot of teams are going to buy into. As a run blocker, Latham does a really solid job as well. He has such a big frame that he can open up gaping holes for the running back. He has solid feet, and being at 335 pounds, he has good athleticism. My only issue is that sometimes he does struggle to consistently land blocks at the second level, but it is something that I definitely think he could get better at. He has good athleticism, moves to the second level quickly, it's just a matter of making that initial contact. I think as a run blocker, he has solid upside as well. So if Latham is a solid pass blocker and a solid run blocker, why is he not the top tackle in the class, or at least getting more consideration for it? And there are a few reasons. As a pass blocker, there are a couple of areas I want to see improve. For one, he does not do a very great job against quicker edge rushers, and we saw it on tape in that Michigan game in the college football playoff. It seems like he is always trying to play catch up. He struggles to really own the snap from the beginning, and if he is against a quicker pass rush, it just seems like he's kind of trying to play catch up and following the defender around. While it doesn't lead to a lot of sacks, I do think it's something that's going to have to improve at the NFL level, and this was something that repeatedly happened in the Michigan game. The other area that I really worry about with Latham is his motor. Latham plays really well for most of the rep, but not the entire rep. He just seems to give up his block towards the end, and he gives up on his reps too early, too often, and this is something that just cannot happen, especially if you are going to be playing tackle at the next level. The number one job for the tackle is to protect the quarterback, and if he stops blocking early, it could lead to more pressures and more sacks on his quarterback, which could lead to more injuries, and he has to do a better job at fighting and playing through the entire rep. Latham has some insanely high upside, and his high upside reps are some of the best of anyone in this class. He's athletic, he's strong, but the motor and his lack of ability against quicker edge rushers do worry me a little bit. He is my number 5 tackle in the 2024 NFL Draft. I still like him a bit, but there are areas that worry me, and he is my number 23 overall player in the class. Latham is extremely scheme versatile, but due to his motor concerns, I think he may be used best in a more run-heavy offense. He's a great run blocker, as we mentioned, and I think a scheme in which he can use his strength, open up holes, and is not putting his quarterback in jeopardy could be the best situation for him. He has the athleticism to move to the left side, I think, as well, but the motor, and that's going to be something that continuously is going to come up in this pre-draft process, and it is something that, rightfully so, people are worried about. My player comparison for JC Latham is Houston Texans right tackle Tytus Howard. Howard is a guy who I think we forget how good he is due to him being out this season with an injury, but he is a fantastic right tackle. They both have great size and are very strong pieces. Pass blocking can be up and down sometimes for both of them, but they are both very good run blockers. They've got great upside as pass blockers, so yeah, my comp is going to be Tytus Howard. JC Latham is a mountain, a brick wall. He's very hard to move, but his motor is very concerning. He still has the production and the pedigree, and being in Alabama only helps. He's going to go high in the draft, and I believe he will be a first-round pick in the 2024 NFL Draft.